Hello there, great person, and welcome back to the next chapter of The Wheel of Time. This time we are at chapter 31, which is called On the Sand, which might be a parent chapter, and the symbol is the rising sun of Carrion, as you told me very well. So it was indeed Carrion's banner, very nice, and also something that was pointed out here by, let me see, Dave 3D Man, because we had the little thing last time where I was a bit unsure why Matt appeared so quickly, but he told me quite rightfully so that of course Ingtar and the others were on the heels of the Dark Friends, and so it is logical that they arrive shortly after the Dark Friends do. Which would mean that the horn was stolen by the Dark Friends, though, because I thought the horn was stolen because of the Des de Mar stuff, because Des de Mar is obviously the game of houses or whatever it's called, and so I thought it was someone from the house that stole the chest. So if it was indeed the Dark Friends that stole it back, and I missed that, and then yes, of course, it's logical that they are immediately coming because they're like, what, an hour away from them, and that fits. So anyway, let's just get reading here. Okay, so Rand, it's a Rand chapter, it's not a parent chapter. And Rand sees Varen now. Let's see what they talk. Have they interacted that much? I don't think they have. Yeah, remember, she knows that Rand's the dragon. So, yeah, she's a bit careful around him, but I guess she feels that he's not trying to harm her or whatever, and that makes her a bit more at ease. Our Varen, great Varen. Yeah, so they are with Hurin. Hurin's badly, I think, wounded. I hope he makes it, though. Yeah, and Matt's like, where did you go? This is not possible. You were behind us? Yeah, but you were not in the bizarro world where time and space are distorted. Yeah, and Ren's just like, I won't tell you. I'm just gonna ask you why. How did you find the inn? And of course, Varen told them. I wonder how, though. How did she know? Oh yeah, okay, so the guard like heard Ingtar's name, and because Rand asked him every day for about 2 weeks, he knew that Ingtar was a thing, so to speak. Ingtar was a very great man, and he tried to lie, but of course they saw through his disguise or lie, whatever, and yeah, they caught wind of them being there, and yeah. Oh, Varen might have actually. So Varen showed the guard guy the ring, and she might have channeled a bit to help them, perhaps. But as far as I remember, when Leandrin did the needle spell, mind warp, it was forbidden. At least someone in the comments told me it was forbidden, and also. Even that spell couldn't control what someone didn't truly want, so you couldn't make someone jump off a building if they didn't want to do that. You know what I mean? So that's interesting. So it's probably just that she perhaps promised him something, whatever. Because now Varen is playing the game as well. Will Varen be able to play it better than Rand, though? Let's find out. Oh yeah, see, she probably blackmailed him, or the other way around. Like if you like sweet talk him or promise him riches. Because remember when the inn burned down of Master Gaywin, who was the innkeeper that got whose inn burned down, and that was compensated so much. Where Min was, and he was compensated so much by the Aes Sedai that he could like build an inn double the size. So they probably have quite some resources, I guess. Lord Randolph Halls 04, yeah, I'm sure he told you that. Yeah, Rand. Why? So Rand's like, where is Uno? And Matt's like, no, doesn't want to come in. They rather stay outside. And why would he want him? Is it here? Yeah, it was here, but unfortunately it was taken again. Yeah, by the way, I really have to think about this, because some of you told me that this really heavily scripted convenience stuff is gonna come up later more, and I have to get used to it, because it's normally something I don't like in writing, but if it has a purpose as it has here, I mean, it everything here, like, I feel has a purpose. So it's probably gonna tell us more about the pattern or how it works. So I will like that, but don't be shocked if I'm a bit, oh, this is convenient sometimes. So I will still probably do that, but I will definitely talk about that after the series is over, probably, because that is something interesting. This, and just from a writer's perspective, I think it's very interesting, this write in a convenience into the story, make that a part of the story, so to speak, and still make it feel right for the reader as well, and not just because it fits to the story somehow. I want to discuss that because that's a very, very, very interesting thing, and I haven't made up my mind on that, how I think about that. So I will do that down the line. So if I don't remember me, please remind me of this. But yeah. Yeah, I had the dagger and I lost it because the patron didn't want me to have it. Because the patron wants me a tome in head for the finale of the book. Climax. Yeah. Yeah, he heard gasp from the Kerchian and listening. Oh. Yeah, of course, they are gasping, but he doesn't care. And good for him. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so, and he's like, "Did you have the horn?" And Rand's like, "Yeah, I kind of did, but unfortunately I lost it as well." And Inkter's like so mad that everyone's afraid of him now, all the bystanders. But that's why you shouldn't bystand. Bystanding, I mean, if you look, if like bystanding to help someone, like to see is everything all right? Can you help them or whatever? Do they need something more? That's okay, I think. But just bystanding for the sake of it, I think that's, yeah, I don't know what. I mean, you are curious, or you will be curious in a very bad situation, But sometimes perhaps it's just better to give people some space there. Yeah, it was like I was a bystander once, and that was one of the most horrific things I've ever been through. And it was, I was I was with my best mate in the shopping center, and we were buying his outfit. So I already had this outfit, my wedding outfit, and he was shopping his, and he was just finished, and suddenly we hear this terrible scream, and everything is silent. And yeah, then there was this woman coming, and she was very shaken, and whatever, we like, she sat down and we went to her and we said, "Yeah, can we help you?" and stuff, because someone actually killed himself there, and she saw it and she screamed. So that was very bad. So, and then, I kind of got it, no one said a thing because everyone knew it, like somehow in their bones. I think they all knew it, and she just came there from the uh, the escalators. I think it's called escalators, and there, these are escalators, and the person jumped just down the escalators, and she was next to the escalators, and she came to us, and then she just sat down, and the shop lady, keeper, or whatever, she was very kind as well. She brought her a glass of water, and then I went to her and I like tried to get her mind off things. So I was like a bystander there, and I helped her. But I think if I wouldn't have been with her, I would have probably better just leave, let it go, because you can't do anything else then other than calm people down, and it was harsh. And then, the loudspeakers got turned on, and they said, "Yeah, we have a technical difficulty," and then everyone was sent out of through the emergency exits, and then the police came and stuff. Yeah, that was very bad, but I think that's the only time when I really was able to help someone a bit. I mean, yeah, I couldn't really help them, but I do something as a bystander. But in these things, like someone is, I don't know, there's someone passing out and there are 3 doctors already, and you're just going there, "Oh, interesting, yeah." Yeah, I don't really like that. I don't really like that, I think. So I'm kind of, so long story short, I'm kind of glad that they are getting their share a bit here, the bystanders, because they are obviously just like, interesting, the inn burned down, what happened, you know what, and they, I don't like that, so I'm very glad, and I hope Winter hits them. Yeah, he probably won't, but I don't know, bystanding, try to help people, and if you can't, just, I mean, look at the situation. I think, just my opinion, look at the situation, see if you can help. assess it if you can't move on. Because, like, imagine if something happened to you and everyone just looks and gawks at you. It's stupid. Just it's hard, but yeah. Yeah, Matt is quite the guy here. He's a bit better again. I didn't know it was found, so it's not as if I've lost it again. It's still lost. Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's not Rand's fault, by the way. I mean, he did his best, but the pattern didn't want him to. Yeah, now they have two sniffers. Though, yeah, so that means Hurin will survive. I hope he will survive. Yeah, and Perrin muttered something. Shadow Killer! Yeah, of course. That's Rand's cool name. Rand doesn't know his cool name yet, but he will. Shadow Killer is, by the way, much better name than the dragon, I think. I like it better. Oh, yeah. Very nice. Varen, our girl. She did it. She was just helping a still shaky Hurin to his feet. He survived. And I thought he would die because he had 10 billion death flags. He might still die. Inkter might as well still die because he still has 3 death flags. I think 3. So, yeah. Oh, and the reader, so the medic is like, are you Aes Sedai? And Varen's like, and she's like, and they understand each other. Like the scene from Rick and Morty with stupid deer when the deer runs into the forest. There's a random Native American coming out. It's so great. One of my favorite scenes. Laugh my ass off so badly. Anyway. Oh yeah, now the Aes Sedai, it's like running through the crowd and the stupid effing bystanders, and you now know my position on that. They are like, oh, wow, and oh god, and yeah, everyone's like, yeah. Oh, now everyone's watching, of course. Not even Quali gave any attention to his own burning in. Oh no, mate, I think you should get your priorities straight. Do you have rooms yet? Yeah, why would you ask them that? Or is it Rand asking? I think. Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. It was a bit weirdly written because it says, do you have rooms yet? He asked, and for a moment I thought that Quale was asking her that even though he doesn't have an in anymore. Oh god, I'm so sorry. It's such a bad thing, but I don't know why I'm laughing. Oh god. Yeah, but this was Rand. Rand asked if they have rooms, and yeah. Okay, so they go to the Great Tree. Is there a world tree in this world? I like my world trees. Probably not. Perhaps there are world trees in the settings. I know we know the world tree. I mean, it's not a world tree, but the Green Man turned into a very big tree. So I like that. I liked it a lot. Okay, so the people who took the horn and the dagger were just dark friends. No Trollocs and no one was murdered, only Hurin was hit. So, yeah. Okay, so they can't open the chest. I mean, at least they can't do that. Oh, yeah. And now Ren's like, okay, so Hurin, we will just camp a bit so you can get your rest. We can still follow them, and then we'll go after them. So we will rest out. I'm sorry, Ingtar, I'm not the boss, I know. It's so good. Ah, what a great chapter. I'm really relieved that it's not that tense, and I'm just so happy that Hurin's alive. Oh, and Inkter says, perhaps it would have been better if the ambulance seat had given you the charge. At least you have actually managed to touch the horn. Yeah, fair. You know who wanted to let him touch it? Celine. I would ask Varen about Celine now. That would be my first priority because Rand, yeah, he's thinking of Celine all the time. So just ask the Aes Sedai. Okay, so the innkeeper is Mistress Tidra. Very nice. Or Tiedra if I pronounce it non-German, so very nice. And she knows Varen, which is good. Yeah, okay, so Rand is pondering now because Varen knows that he can channel. She thinks he's the dragon. And of course I know he doesn't know that they can't lie. So I will not go over that again. But yeah, so she's like he's like a Moraine was stringing me along, but now I cut myself loose. And no, you have not. You have not. But he will realize that. I'm sure he will. Yeah, and he's still allured by Celine because he finds the two letters that are not burned, which is, I mean, fine. He can use them now, perhaps, to like get an army to go after the Dark Friends if he's clever. Don't know if he might do that. And Celine is like, he looks at it and is, oh, Celine. Yeah, he's still like that. And yeah, I still expect more Desdemar in the future because I don't believe Ren will just get off by just ignoring it. There will be something big there as well. He might even get an army here if he's clever, or at least like befriend a king or a baron or I don't know, landlord. I know landlord is not a law. That was a joke and stupidity of my part because of my English barrier. But yeah, anyway. Anyway, he says to himself, I'm a shepherd, though you're not. And he's still a bit confused because Egwene's gonna be Aes Sedai. He wants to marry her, though he will not because of Min. Because Min told us he will not marry her. And Celine's memory is still too strong. Yeah, and he's interesting. It almost seemed to him that she was in the room with him, that he could smell her perfume so much that he looked around and laughed to find himself alone. Actually, she might be in the room because she might be invisible. Might be. She's Lenfair. We know that for sure. I mean, yeah, I kind of, I'm, you know my thoughts on that. I'm pretty sure she is. Okay, so he thrust the letters into the flame. All of the letters are just Celine's letters. I wonder. I wonder. Okay, so now we get a description of everyone, and I don't know whose perspective we now take. Varen, Matt, Ingtar, Loyal, Perrin. Oh no, it's Perrin's perspective. I mean, the chapter title kind of spoiled it, but I'm curious to see what he thinks now. Yeah, he's having problems because he thinks he should be a smith and not a warrior. And he's confused that Ren's shadow killer. I mean, yeah, fine, I get that. Oh, this is interesting. This is gonna be interesting. He glanced up as Rand entered, so now we switch perspective to someone that will see Rand from the outside. Did we have that before? I'm not sure if we did have this explicitly. So I think we have had it with Egwene or Nynaeve once, you know? But not after this time. So in this book, I think it's the first time when someone outside of Rand will see Rand. Ah, interesting. Ah, this is very, very, very great. Yes, so Hurin is like sniffing outside, and Rand's like, Ingtar, I'm so sorry. I didn't think. I'm so sorry. But Perrin now thinks. Rand said uneasily, yet not as nervously as he would have once. So he's growing into the role of the leader. I love that so much. I love Rand's development. What a great character. Yeah, now he wants to know from Rand how he traveled so quickly and how he disappeared. Oh, and now everyone's staring at Rand. Yeah, how did you do it? Yeah, interesting. So what's it gonna be now? Parents a bit like, what's going on? So yeah, okay, and now Rand just tells them. That's great. A beautiful woman in distress, just like one in a Gleeman's Tale. Oh, great. Oh, I see. So Rand tells them that Celine brought them back. Great. Did he tell them her name though? Because Varen will know probably. Well, Varen's not stupid. She won't know she's not fair. So by accident they don't tell her name probably. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So now the tale's over. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. I would very much like to meet this girl. The Aes said. Why don't you tell her name? What the frick? It's like, yeah, there was this beautiful, beautiful girl whose name I think of every second, but I don't tell you. Won't tell you. Because, you know, it's a girl from this city, apparently, at least she says she is, and I want to find her again, and I want to look for her home. So Vera knows the city because she knows this inn and she has contacts, so why not ask her? No, I'm not gonna tell her name. Oh, Rand. He's probably under a spell. She probably put him under a spell to not tell her name because I had the feeling that there is something bad about her name already. Because I know it's the goddess of the night or whatever, but she gave herself a shake. Well, that is for another time. Oh man, guys, why? 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 I already know. Okay, so Matt is starting to get feverish again. That's unfortunate. Good that Varen's there. Okay, now Varen wants them to be together. Yeah, I mean, I kind of get it. I don't want anything to happen either. The Travels of Jane Fastrider, yeah. Yeah, okay, so and he's just beating Inkter in some stone game now. Great. Is it like, what is it called? The one where you, oh god, I don't know the name because in German we call it something like mill. It's like you have I think 3 squares that are inside each other and there are lines and you have to like put 3 of your stones in a row and then you can take this. If 3 stones are in a row, you can take a stone from your opponent. You know, don't know what that game is called in English. It's in Germany is about as prominent as chess, I would say, at least in like on a play it on Sunday evenings level. You know what I mean? Might be that. Oh, he found them. Huron found them. And they have a lair. Of course, they have a lair. They're the villains. They have a lair. Yeah, villain lair. Great. We did not have that. Or perhaps it's the place where they all were in the first prologue chapter. Oh, it's in Lord Barthany's building. Great. So you just burned the invitation, Rand. Thanks. So Rand now should ally with the king, probably. Yeah, what about the king? Yeah, Matt, you and me, we think alike. What about the king? If this Barthanes is a dark friend, the king will help us. Yeah, but he doesn't have the power, so so they have to play the game. Great writing. Yeah, okay. So, but the king would take the horn for himself. But he would move against them. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, he would bring it out on feast days to show the people and tell them how great Cahian is. I mean, fine, yeah, he's all about appearance. But the Horn of Valir has to be there when the last battle is fought. He couldn't just keep it. Yes, that's true. He can't. It's like a law of nature that he can't, so why try it? Yeah, I mean, of course he would try to keep it, but it's like I said, it's a law of nature that he can't take it. Because the law of nature, like says, it has to be there and there at that point. And Matt says, I know the horn is important, but I'm not going to be fighting in the last battle, so why not take the dagger and give him the horn? Yeah. Yeah, he would like be poisoned by it. Yeah, that's not a good idea. Oh, yeah. So Varen's like, yeah, I'm an Aes, so I will just tell them, hey, I'm an Aes, I want to see your cool house. Bring me to your cool house, and I will look at it. And Huron's like, wow, no, Rand has an invitation. And Rand's like, yeah, I kind of burned that. Don't want to. I don't wanna. She's my queen. I'm sorry. It's like compelled to do that for me. I know it's a stupid joke. Okay, so he burned Celine's letters. I get it now. So, okay. That was great. That was very, very great. Was that intentional writing? Did he try to make me think that he burned all letters and he just burned Celine's and now it's a bit of a twist? That would be great, but that's how I got it. Perhaps I'm stupid again, but if I'm not, that's great writing again. I love it. He just sent them to me. It's so stupid. The plot just came to me. You are fitting that code. We are all changing parent thought about Rand. Yeah, great. Oh, and Huron's like, he burned the others. He got one from everyone. He's the dude. He's the dude of dudes. He's like great. Yeah. And he's proud of him. What do you say? I don't know. I always got that wrong in English tests. That one. Proud of or proud on? I don't know. I think it's proud of, but it's interesting because in Germany you would literally translate it to proud of as well, and I always thought that was wrong for some reason, but I might be mistaken as well. Whatever, doesn't matter. The wheel of time weaves us all into the pattern of wills. Varen said, yeah, yeah. You don't have to remind me. I got that. Casually, she crumbled the king's invitation, tossed into the fireplace. Ah, Varen. Yes, this will do very well. How can I go? They will know I'm no lord. I'm a shepherd. Ooh, that's interesting. Burn me, Perrin thought. If I didn't know him, I wouldn't believe it either. I love the perspective of Perrin here. I love that. Because Perrin's clever. He's observant. And he looks at Ren and he knows Ren for all his life. And through his eyes, again and again in this chapter, we get the confirmation. He has changed. He's developing to a noble, real, true noble person, to a leader. Starting to lead. So good. I love it. It's so great. He sees it too now. And that's what Perrin says about Matt. He sees that Rand's, yeah, great writing. And Varen's just like, yeah, just don't tell people you're just a shepherd. No one's gonna believe you. Either way, it's gonna be stupid. Not as stupid as playing your game, though. Beyond that, look at them in the eye and speak firmly, the way you have been talking to me. Yeah, I mean, you can't do shit against them anymore. It doesn't matter what you say, they will attribute everything you say out of place at you being an outlander. Or to you being an outlander. Yeah, true. He's got an ace up his sleeve there. Oh, it will also help if you remember the way you behaved before the Amelin, because they will think you're a lord then, because you're so prideful or whatever. Arrogant, yeah. They are so salty that he did that. Lan, my man, you made him do it. Alright, Rand said, yeah. You're gonna do it, you're gonna pretend to be a lord. Okay, so they will meet tomorrow night, and then everyone will watch the manor to like they could have a secret tunnel, but who knows? So they will just try to make sure that the horn doesn't get out again. They can just storm the manor. I mean, yeah. Good point, Ingtar. So Ingtar says like, yeah, okay, so Rand has to send a personal message, but Fane knows him, so Fane would know it's Rand. Fane knows anyway, because you can see him. But they don't know that, I know. So yeah, it's good thinking. Dark friend or not, I doubt he has given up plots against the throne. Why though? Isn't it more important to serve the Dark One because he will then be like an eternal king or whatever he wants to be? I don't know. That's interesting. I guess the Dark One would always be more important than the throne if push came to shove. So let's see how this turns out actually. Ah, yeah, Randy says you took an interest in one of the king's projects. Yeah, the probably the statue with the Sidon activating sphere. Maybe he means the statue. Yep, yep, yep. Ah, and Varen now says, not a wise thing for Galdrian to do, unearthing it. Yeah, perhaps, perhaps. Yeah, it's a Sangreal. Great, yeah. One of a pair, the two largest ever made that we know of. Yeah, the other one is on Tremarking. An odd pair as well, one stillbird on Tremarking. Yeah, yeah, okay. I remember that one because that was a cool thing. Can only... Oh, one stillbird in Tremarking can only be used by a woman. That's why he could use it. Oh, this is so great. Yes, yes, that makes so much sense. So that's so that it's twin. Oh, is it like if they are used together, they will create things like the Eye of the World? Ah, wow. Great, great. Yeah, they were made to be a weapon. That might be useful later. Okay, they might be more powerful than the first breaking. Wow, yeah, it's gonna be that. It's gonna be the Sidon statue that Rand was close to. And the Sidon statue is or the the male statue. I'm sorry, I think I got the parts confused just now. The sides. So the male side is the one Rand activated. The other side is the female one. And yeah, so if Rand would have channeled at Selene, she would have definitely been dust. Doesn't matter who she is, because the Eye of the World has killed Aginor as well. So he would have killed Unfair as well. That's why she was so afraid. It all makes sense now. What? That's so cool. That is so cool. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This one can only be used by men. I read over that somehow because I was so excited. So yeah, it was also in the text. Yeah, what would have been if a false dragon found it? Yeah, but the real dragon found it. Perhaps Rand also has something left inside of him from that, like he pulled something in and can use it later. Don't know, that might be a Chekhov's gun. Yep, yep, yep. A man and a woman working together were always 10 times as strong as they were apart. Yep, that's gonna be so important. These two stages are gonna be so important. One by itself is powerful enough, but I can think of few women strong enough to survive the flow through the one of on Tremar King. Nynaeve. It's gonna be Nynaeve. Nynaeve's gonna activate that one. I don't know why, it's just a hunch. The Emmeline, of course, Moraine and Elada. Perhaps one or two others, and three still in training. Yeah. Egwene, Elaine, and Nynaeve will probably be able to do it. Who's gonna do it? Who's gonna do it? Don't tell me, of course, but I know one of them. It might be Elaine, it might be Nynaeve. I don't think it will be Egwene. Egwene is not like this. I think you have to be a bit wrathful or whatever it's called. A bit like wanting to attack things. Because Egwene is very pacifist, more pacifist than Nynaeve, I feel. You know, so I think Elaine is like a bit of a warrior, and Nynaeve is definitely a warrior inside, even though Nynaeve is also a healer, so it might even be Elaine. Don't know. It's not gonna be Moraine, it's not gonna be the Emerald, I don't think so. That's it would be too obvious. Oh, and Logain couldn't have used it, yeah, so Rand can use it because, yeah. Yeah, and Rand's like, I will take back the Horn of the Dagger and then it's done and you can F yourself. And Farron's just... Yeah, that was my Varen smile, small and mysterious. Okay, it was a white smile I did there, but you know what I mean. Yeah, he did not think Rand knew half of what he thought he did not have. What a fantastic, great chapter. Wow, loved it. That was very great. One of my favorites, I think. I don't know, it was beautifully written. Loved it. Anyway, if you enjoyed this, consider liking, subscribing. Yeah. Remember to not ring the bell. Just do like subscribe to this playlist of the Wheel of Time stuff, or look at other stuff of mine. Yeah, it's proceeding well. So I will do a 4-week break when we are finished with this book. I've thought to myself, so if I'm finished with this, I will do like a review, might do that live in a live stream, so we might talk about it, and then I will take a 4-week break from Wheel of Time, and I will pre-record some reactions to TV shows and stuff, because I can't do them while I read it, and reading is priority currently for me, so I will just prepare some stuff. Anyway, I hope you have a great day, and please, as always, take care of yourself, and see you soon. Bye.